Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's unboxing and first impressions video, we've got a bag from Nayo Smart. Now, if you've been following along for a while, I did do another bag from Nayo Smart about two and a half years or so ago. It wasn't the best bag in the world, but I'm hoping for a redemption arc here. So when Nayo Smart recently reached out to me, asked me if I want to take a look at another bag, I took an eyeball on it and I said, yeah, you know what? That looks pretty good. Let's go for it. So they sent me this bag, but all of the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Nayo Smart prior to publication. They will see this when you do. So let's just get into it. Let's give her a quick once over here, huh? Ooh, this feels nice. I'm like the initial feel of this bag, and it's the green colorway. I'm gonna get into some specs in a minute here, but this is the green colorway, which I'm really digging. This it's not OD, which is my favorite color of bag. I love olive. Goes back to my past of another lifetime, but I do dig greens, and this is like a greenish, kind of gray depending upon the way the light's hitting it. So it's like a greenish gray, but it's a very subtle color, so it's not going to stand out in the crowd, and this is definitely going to work well in an office setting. So let's start where we usually do and hit a few specs of the bag. This is the Nayo Smart Herman Pro half roll top backpack. It comes in at $159 USD. It is available in the black and green. This is a recently redesigned bag that Nayo Smart did listen to the voices of their consumers and made improvements that they wanted. The bag's materials are a Lycra technical fabric that is an 82% nylon outer layer, an 18% spandex inner layer, with a waterproof TPU layer being sandwiched in between. This is a 20-liter pack that Nayo Smart says is suitable for business, daily, and travel. This is a half roll top bag with a fidlock buckle that also has a zipper along the side for side access. These are EVA foam padded straps with a 2mm EVA protected laptop sleeve. Now, overall, the aesthetics of the bag, I do dig it. I am a fan of top loader bags and roll tops, but again, we do have this zipper that comes down the side, so we can also do side access. And yes, this is a dual zipper, so we could probably run the zippers down to the bottom and use that for interior access to the bag while it is actually still roll top. Now, we do have a pleat here, so we don't have full interior access, but we do have a little bit here, so we can access the interior of the bag while it is closed. Now, if it didn't have that pleat, that would be a very nice option to have almost full access to the inside of the bag, but I get why that pleat's there. It's gonna keep the bag from fully flailing open once you unzipper it, and that's gonna help from everything falling out of the bag. But it would be nice if we could fully access that from the side while we had the roll top zip. But let's start with the outside of the bag and work our way in. So we have our fidlock, which, if you're not familiar, Fidlocks is a brand, but they make these magnetic locks. So it's a magnetic slide. If we put it, it will, as long as you gotta get the track seated, it will automatically snap back closed. This is adjustable here, and we do actually have some strapper keepers here, so we can load the bag out, and we do have a cinch to make it a little smaller if need be, if we don't need to have it fully pulled out. So the front of the bag, we have a branded Nayo Smart loop here. Just an attachment point. You can put anything there, carabiner, anything really, you can slide on there. And we do also have this little lashing point here with the, which is pretty hard to see, but this is a branded loop here with a clip, so you can put that there. I don't know if this is intended to be a kind of grab handle to grab the bag, or really what the intention of this is, but it's there. I'm not really sure what the purpose of it is, but you can easily just remove it if you don't want it there, and then you just have an extra little D-ring there that you can use for anything really. And then if we actually pop this fidlock, there is right here, there's a magnet, if you could see it here, but you can hear it. Magnet that'll help close this flap, but underneath the flap there is a zipper pocket here. So if we unzip that, that's deep. That is from this zipper seam, which is right about-ish here to the bottom of the bag. So that's probably a good 7 inches or so deep. So that's got some good space to it. It does feel like it bows out. It does have its own three-dimensional space here. So it will kind of pleat out. So it's gonna come away from the bag and fill up out and not push into the internal of the bag, taking up the space of the inside of the bag. So I really like, see, look at that fidlock closed on me. I really like when our pouches, especially our external pockets, have their own three-dimensional space. Then it's not just like a slit pocket, because that almost makes them completely useless. But this does have its own three-dimensional space, and it's big. It is basically that deep in the whole width of the front of the bag. You can see the seams here. It runs seam to seam, and the zipper is roughly about where the bottom of the strap is for the roll top to the bottom of the bag. So that's spacious. That gives you a lot of room. And there's actually some liner pockets in here. So this is your admin pouch here. So we have 2 liner pockets for some organization, and then we have the full depth of the bag. So we actually have a nice size pocket right here, right up front, that is pretty accessible, and it's secured not only by a zipper, by its own magnet, but then by the fidlock top. So no one will be able to get into this pocket. And it's kind of incognito, so if you just tuck that tab down, people probably wouldn't even know that there's a pocket here. All right, let's see. Do we have anything else on the exterior of the bag besides the laptop sleeve? Okay, so we do actually have, on the back here, a secure documents pocket here that goes across the back. That's pretty big. That goes across almost the whole back of the bag. It goes a little past where your back panel is sewn. So it doesn't go completely to the seam, but here's the tip of my finger. So it goes, you know, I'd say practically the whole width of the bag. And then it goes up and fairly down. So it's big. It's probably about, you know, 2/3 of the length of the bag and essentially the whole width. So that's a pretty good pocket. You'll be able to fit cash, passports, any travel documents in there that you don't want stolen. I would maybe make this zipper pull a little bit smaller, just to kind of make that pocket a little more incognito. It is the same size as all of the other zipper pulls on the bag, so I would personally make that one a little bit smaller, just so it's a little more incognito for any kind of would-be thieves. But it's not bad. It's going to be tucked behind your back, so it would still be hard for them to unzip without you knowing that it's there. One other thing that I am noticing too is that I like these zipper pulls overall. It feels like it's like a PU leather pull doubled over and sewn. One of the things I did not like about the Almighty, which is the other Nayo Smart bag, I didn't like the zipper pulls they use. They kind of like had this tendency to twist and kind of get caught and get stuck, where these are actually pretty nice. They're smooth so far. The 2 zippers that I articulated worked fine, and I like these zipper pulls a lot better. They feel pretty good in the hand. So yeah, that's definitely a plus from the last bag. I like the zipper pulls. They're actually nice and functional. And then if we go back to the back panel, we do have a luggage pass-through that does have a little piece of hook and loop in the center, so you don't just have that loop kind of dangling. It will actually secure it. That's one of the things that I personally don't like about luggage pass-throughs. Personally, I rarely use them, but one of my pet peeves is that when they're on a bag, they're always just kind of, they're dangling, and they do have a tendency to get caught on occasion. Not all the time, because they are against the back and they're kind of a little bit out of the way, but every once in a while they will get stuck on something, and I absolutely hate it. If we go to the top of the back we do have our padded laptop sleeve. Oh, this is very nice. Ooh, this is, I'm digging what I'm seeing here so far. So we have our padded laptop sleeve against the back that is like this fleece kind of line. So it's fleece line front and back, padded on the front. Then we have a tablet sleeve that has like this backing, this decent side foam. It's kind of soft, not bad. But then we have more fleece on the front of it. And then on top of that, we actually have a zipper pocket that goes about halfway down. And then we do have a bit of its own dimension here. Not a ton. It's a little bit more than this. This is essentially the width of the laptop sleeve, and then it goes a little bit past that. But then we have that. And there's this other zipper here, which I'm going to guess is going to give us main body access. Yeah, so that goes into the main body of the bag. So I guess we can actually, is it double-sided? No, it does not feel like it's double-sided, but I guess we can unzip this, and then we could probably tuck it, and we can have access to the laptop from the main compartment. We'll check that out once we get in there. We'll unzip it and see, but I like that there's that maybe additional access, so they're giving you more ways to get to your laptop which is kind of nice. But this laptop compartment having this fleece liner here, this is nice. I really like this. I've never seen that before. The closest thing is on the green 136 bags where they have that nice soft corduroy in their laptop sleeves. I really like that, but this fleece, it's very nice. It feels like a nice warm blanket. Now, while we're still on the outside of the bag, we do have our Nayo Smart branded back panel. This feels pretty good. It's EVA foam. I don't know the thickness of it. I think they said it was 2 or 0.2 millimeters for the laptop sleeve, but this feels pretty thick. It's not super heavy, but it feels pretty nice. It is channeled. We have a center channel and then we have a center channel here and then another one going vertically. The one who has our luggage pass-through tucked away into it, but then we have our center channel as well. So it looks like it's going to give me a fair amount of breathability on the back. And then we have our shoulder straps, which feel pretty nice. They have a fair amount of padding. They got some good flex to it, so they're going to conform to the body. They're not super stiff. I hate a super stiff strap because then it kind of hurts the clavicle. And we also have built-in strapper keepers on the straps. And the hardware here, it is metal, so that's nice. We're going to have some good durability on them. And lastly, for the outside of the bag, we do have our PU grab handle. It feels okay. It's got some good thickness, some good squish to it. I do wish it was maybe about ½ an inch wider. I do like good coverage across the palm, but this is a 20-liter pack, so I don't think that would be too much of an issue. It is thicker and a little more padded than we generally see on some of these 20-liter packs, so I think we'll be okay, but really, time will tell. Okay, so that's, I think, it for the features of the outside of the bag. I don't see anything that we missed. So this is Jeff from about a week in the future, and I don't know how I missed this pocket right here on the side of the bag from my original once over in the unboxing. But if we look at the bag, it is the front. Right side, there is this nice zipper pocket here. It's pretty flat. It lays pretty flush against the side of the body. It doesn't have much of its own dimension, but it is from this seam here that you could see to about the bottom of the bag. So this would be a really good spot for like a pen and like a field notes book, but it's a good quick access pocket. So really what I put in here now was I put my blue carabiner and my hero clip on that like handle clip that came on the little D-ring on the side of the bag. I wanted to keep these. You never know when you need your hero clip, but I like the clean overall aesthetic of this bag, so I don't want to dangle it out front. So I figured this little pocket that lays pretty flat was a pretty good spot for me to at least temporarily store some flat items that I wanted to keep with me and have quick access to. But I think I'm going to reutilize this pocket for my pen and my field notes, which are inside the bag. I think I'm gonna put them right here in this QA pocket on the outside of the bag. Nice little feature that I completely missed. So now it's time to get to the main body of the bag. So we'll start by popping our fidlock, and I am noticing that the roll top is completely secured by that zipper. So even if you have it rolled, it is still zippered shut. So we did put our zippers down here earlier, so we'll have to unzip those. And then I guess we could half flay the bag open. So we don't have a full access right now with it kind of half zippered. And looking down into it, it is almost completely usable space. We do have a zipper pocket across the front here that it's fairly deep. I'd say that goes down maybe 6 inches or so. Yeah, it's pretty wide. I'd say it's probably overall about half the width of the front of the bag. It's centered, so it's probably about the width of this top piece here of this front pocket. So I'd say that's about half the width of the front of the bag. And then we also have these 2 liner pockets here on the front of the bag. And we do have a little bit of branding here, this NS into this PU lined zipper. And that's pretty good for this bag. I mean, it does have a fair amount of usable space in there. I'm pretty content with that. For a 20-liter bag, that does look like it has a lot of space. Now here we can see that zipper that is from the admin panel. So let's go ahead and unzip the admin panel, and then we'll unzip this pocket. I guess we'll tuck that down, and then we'll zip this back up. Now, do we have... We do. We have full access. You could see you can get to your laptop. So you can unzip that, and then you can gain access to your laptop from the main body of the bag. So, and you're also getting access to your tablet and this zipper pocket across the back. So that's pretty cool. I like that. The only issue I'm seeing there is that we still have kind of this flap here, so you could potentially just kind of get stuff stuck back here or lose it in the back, which would be the admin compartment instead of the main body of the bag, because I tucked this flap down in there. So we do have this kind of gap here, if you will, where this side is admin, this side is main body of the bag. So if you're just kind of throwing stuff in here, you may lose it by getting it stuck in one area or the other. But other than that, I really like this idea, because now I can access my laptop, my tablet, and the zipper pocket from the main body of the bag. I don't necessarily have to unzip and use the rear access for the laptop, but if I wanted to, I can unzip the rear access of the laptop and get my laptop or my tablet without going into the main body of the bag. So the Nayo Smart Herman Pro is actually giving you a lot of different ways to access your stuff inside your bag, and ways to organize and segment it so you can kind of keep everything where you want it and access it pretty much however you want it. So I kind of like some of those nifty smart ideas there, that internal divider where you can close it up or leave it open and access your laptop from two ways. I do kind of wish that they would put that zipper would be a double-sided zipper, because the zipper tabs are only on the back in the laptop section. They are not in the main compartment, so you would have to unzip the laptop section to unzip that divider and then tuck it down and then rezip and reclose. But I mean, that's not a deal breaker by any means. I just kind of wish it was a two-sided zipper. So really, off the bat, the two things I would change would be make that internal divider zipper double-sided so you can access it from either the laptop sleeve or the main body of the bag, and I would make the zipper pull on the hidden back panel pocket a little bit smaller than all the rest, just so it would be a little bit more incognito. But other than that, I think we might be on said redemption arc. I am really liking what I'm seeing out of the Nayo Smart Herman Pro. The bag is kind of smartly put together. I really like this color, this like dark green, grayish, really deep green gray is really nice. I like it. It's a good size. 20 liters is where I've been going with my EDCs. I've been going with smaller bags lately, so I like 22 liters is a great EDC size for me. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. This is gonna go into rotation. We're gonna go ahead, test this thing, use this, and we will report back in a couple of weeks and let you know how it handled. Do I like it? Do I think it's worth it? And if some of those neat, fun options actually work out the way that they are intended. So stay tuned. If you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.